What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 113 of Two Dudes of Sports News. As always, my name is Garrett. I'm here with my co-host.
What it do, this Jalen Prince, dog. We about to get to 150.
We're getting there, man. We're going to get 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. Eventually, someone's going to sponsor us. This is podcast number 2 of me asking for Dr. Pepper to throw a sponsorship our way. Would love it. Don't know if you'll sponsor anybody yet, but it'd be great. I don't expect you to actually see this, but whatever. I'll take it. Y'all want to send me free Dr. Pepper Zero? I'm not going to be mad about it.
Look, I'll take local sponsorships. I'll take small sponsorships. Hopefully we can be able to get something before we hit episode 150. Definitely hope we get something before episode 200. But anyway,
we are a part of the Sport Coin Network, so go check them out as well. Also, you can find us on Twitter at TDSN Pod, and we're also over on TikTok at TDSN Pod, and on YouTube at TDSN Pod. We are everywhere and anywhere and everywhere all at once. Great movie. Check us out there. But we got a lot to get into today. Not going to be anything too crazy, but we're going to start with some NBA playoffs news. My heart's broken, along with many another Celtics fan, because Lou and I were talking about it. Heavy and I were talking about it. We were all talking about it last night. It is now official that Jason Tatum has undergone Achilles surgery. He tore his Achilles during a non-contact injury last night. I have little to no hope that Boston actually closes out the series anymore. We would need Jaylen Brown, old Tingus Pingus, Drew, all these guys to step up. I don't know if we're going to. I am cautiously pessimistic. We'll leave it at that. Normally I'm cautiously optimistic. Now I'm cautiously pessimistic. Prayers up. Hopefully a speedy recovery to Jason Tatum. Hopefully we see him next year. But yeah, that is I don't know if we're repeating this year anymore.
I can very much tell you that you're not.
Yeah, I don't think we are anymore. I was talking a lot of smack going into it, and I felt really, really comfortable starting out. But I don't think we're repeating anymore. But I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm upset about it. At this point, give me the weirdest finals I could possibly have. Give me Pacers Thunder. I don't care. Give me Wolves Pacers. Give me something.
I will say this. First off, you never want to wish injury upon nobody. And everything that Jason Tatum has gone through between hitting with the boring tag, he probably should be the face of the league. But a lot of people don't really like his game. He's doesn't have as much personality according to a bunch of people. Just a whole bunch of other stuff. Dude's a bucket. He can score. And he was literally keeping the Celtics in that game when a lot of shots weren't falling, and your superstar was supposed to do what your superstar's supposed to do, and he was doing that.
Had 39 points for that injury.
But it was a freak accident. Obviously, nobody wanted to speculate until all the reports came out, until MRI came out. But we already knew it looked bad. I thought it was going to be another Paul Pierce moment, another Celtics moment when they brought the wheelchair out. All jokes aside, I really thought it was going to be one of the type of ordeals. But the pain, the grimacing, covering the face. I mean, my heart breaks for the kid, but mainly for the series, because it's been a pretty good series, even though the Knicks have dominated throughout the course of the series.
No, for sure. And I mean, for me in this regard, I feel, yes, it sucks, but also it is what it is. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. There's not a whole lot anybody can do about it. You hate to see it, but I'm also not going to be that guy who sits there and says, oh, well, we would have won if we had a healthy team. No. Obviously losing your star player hurts, but we were down. We were already down when he got hurt. There was a solid chance we were already going to be down 3-1 going into this at this point.
Facts.
Any team it could possibly be, the Knicks?
Yeah.
Come on.
Here's the thing.
I don't need a Spike Lee movie about this.
Jalen Brunson has been sensational in this series, but primarily when you need him to be, because he was voted clutch player of the year in the NBA this year.
Dude, Mikal Bridges and OG.
That's where I was getting to.
Mikal and OG.
The Celtics take a lot of 3-point shots, but they're not all bad shots. The majority of them is just really good ball movement and space out the floor. Give them credit. What what I see from the Knicks, outside of playing rugged defense and really playing like thoroughbreds, like really going at like whoever they're gonna guard. They're making timely shots. It's when they're making momentum type shots. They're making shots that either kill somebody's drive or momentum or like really feeds into theirs.
I mean, to me, and I'll take my shot at the Knicks right now. Tom Thibodeau is exactly why whenever it becomes inevitable, I will shave my head. We're not going to let it get to that point.
God, I hope not.
Tom Thibodeau's comb over tells me that he is a man who thinks that by crushing a bag of chips, you make more chips.
But here's another thing, and I haven't seen this from Tom Thibodeau in a while. He's out coaching Missoula.
He's doing good. He's doing good.
A really good job out coaching Missoula. But credit Mitchell Robinson. Credit Cat.
No, I'm not going to credit Mitchell Robinson to the free throw line.
You ain't got to.
That man looks like me shooting free throws.
But dog, he ain't got to. Like, he's making it difficult for y'all to be able to score in the paint, even though y'all don't score in the paint.
They match up really, really well with us. They're doing good, and I'll give credit where credit's due. They're outplaying us. So it is what it is.
It really is, but now you need more Jalen Brown.
That's what worries me. That's what worries me because I've seen him drop 40, but I've also seen him drop 4.
True.
So
my concern with him is his handles are still not there.
Which Jalen Brown are we getting tomorrow night? Is my question.
The sad part is his handles are still not there.
No, I agree 100%. But the thing is, do we get 40-point Jalen Brown or do we get 4-point Jalen Brown with 40 turnovers?
It's going to take more than that. Obviously, you have to play the same rugged defense that the Knicks are going to play tomorrow, like tomorrow night, and you got to make your shots when they're there. That's number one. Number two is Jalen Brown's got to step up. Peyton Pritchard, who's 6 men a year, he's got to step up. Derek White, they got to step up. Al Horford, Kristaps, a lot of guys got to step up, and y'all got to stick to a game plan. Understand that Brunson's most likely going to get his. Drew Holiday, he's got to step up.
Drew's got to step up. This team is deep. Pritchard can hit threes. Brown can score from mid-range and in, but he can also shoot the three. Kristaps can go from anywhere. This team can do it. It's just a matter of will they, and that's what concerns me. So I don't want to lose to the Knicks, man. If anybody, that's not a team I want to lose to. But we got to move on.
Hey, right now because the Pacers they're pulling away from the Cavs. They're gonna win in 5. I'm gonna say this now. Actually, we'll move on. I'm gonna pull something up. I'm gonna pull something up on social media. Obviously, the script was written, and we'll get onto that script thing with the NBA a little bit later on. But we got to move on. You know where I'm about to go.
Where are you about to go?
Let's move on.
We're moving on. Where are we going? We going right here to schedule release? Sorry, wrong schedule. We do a draft lottery, do an NFL schedule. Let's do draft lottery.
Yeah.
Let's do draft lottery because Dallas had a less than 2% chance to get the number 1 overall pick. How much do you want to bet that he doesn't take Cooper Flagg?
He's getting Cooper Flagg. Well, first off, the reports already came out about it. Like, he's getting Cooper Flagg.
Would that not be the funniest thing
ever? It'd be funny, but the reports already came out from like some of their local reporters that like they're getting Cooper Flagg. They're not.
They're gonna get Cooper Flagg. They're not entertaining trades or anything. But gotta be the most Nico Harrison thing to do to not take Cooper Flagg.
Yep.
That'd be so funny to me. But yeah, this
is what I was referring to. This is written. This is happening.
For those of you who are listening to it back on the audio version and not watching live, first of all, what are you doing? Watch us live on YouTube. It's fun, but if you miss it, you can always rewatch it back on YouTube later on. And you can see that right now we're looking at Jalen Brunson sizing up
That's Tyrese sizing up Jalen Brunson, because mind you, this was a SmackDown event in Madison Square Garden, and Tyrese Halliburton, he came in with Logan Paul, and and Jalen Brunson was coming in to help out with LA Knight. Yeah.
To me, I just I don't know, man. I'm okay with it. I'm okay. I don't have a choice, but I'm okay with Pacers Knicks.
But think about this. You want to know when that happened? When this was happening? June 28th last year. Long-term storytelling. This is gonna happen in about 23 seconds with the Pacers, and then obviously in about 24 hours with the Knicks. Sorry.
We'll see what happens. To me, I fully think, give me a Pacers Timberwolves final at this point. I don't care anymore. Give me something weird. Give me two small market teams that I don't care about.
Yeah, I will take that. But anyway,
I can't have it be New York, man. I can't have it be New York.
Dog, here's my thing. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. I don't, because it's much of a headache and it's even harder to prove. But
this hat's made of tinfoil, by the way.
My God! But last night, I'm.
Come on, man.
I don't even know what to say anymore, man. Like,
I don't want to say
because there was already a recent trend about it. Like, when LeBron, I think it was when LeBron first went to Miami, the Cavs got the number 1 overall pick. Chris Paul got denied going to LA. Well, to the Lakers, went to the Clippers. New Orleans get Anthony Davis.
I don't want to go there. I don't. But it looks.
Anthony Davis going to the Lakers. New Orleans Pelicans get the number 1 pick. Luka in the worst trade of all time gets traded to the LA Lakers. The Mavericks get the number 1 pick. This is too bro. This is way too incoincidental. Help me out.
Coincidental. I got you.
No, yeah,
I got you.
Yeah,
that it's too suspicious.
Way too
suspicious. Like it's almost crazy enough to not be crazy. Like, you see what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where, like, look, there's no way they're rigging it to this. But then less than at a 1.8% chance to get the number 1 overall pick after you make one of the worst trades since the Clippers traded for Paul George.
Yep.
Now you trade Luka for AD, and in a pure spell of karma, the reason why the Lakers lost is because they have no big man. I think so.
Simply.
I don't know, man. It's I don't want to say it's rigged, but man, it's looking like it.
I don't know. I got mixed reactions with this. Obviously, I don't want nobody to be tanking. Nobody wants that. You don't want to lose on purpose. Obviously,
boring. I hate it.
But at the same time, when you look at stuff like this, it's like, how can teams that, like, they're not tanking, they're just really bad teams, how do they get better if they're not able to have that type of resource? How?
I'm not opposed to a lottery. Don't get me wrong. I have no issue with the lottery.
I'm hoping the NFL don't get in this junk.
No.
The NFL can't do that.
No.
You want to talk about, like, rigging stuff? Oh, that's the last thing the NFL needs to do.
It's easier to watch an NFL team tank than it is to watch an NBA team tank, because there's a fraction of the games. If I got to watch my team suck for 80 games, I'm not watching. I'm losing viewership. But as a Jags fan, I've been through thick and thin, and it is hard to turn on that TV every Sunday for the thin. To sit there watching you lose, but I do it every single week. So I don't mind watching NFL teams tank.
No.
Just because I still don't mind.
Bro,
but watching basketball or baseball teams tank, I can't do it.
Here's the thing. I don't even look at it as tanking most of the time. the Tennessee Titans, and you know this firsthand, they were not a good team. They just had some good players.
Trash.
They weren't going to beat a lot of they were not going to beat a lot of teams that were on their schedule. They were just a bad team. That's not much tanking. That's having a bad team.
They got beat by Mac Jones. Mac Jones.
All right, man.
I'm
still gonna respect Mac Jones. We still gonna respect Mac Jones in here.
And you froze. Am I back?
No, you're still frozen, and that's what you get for talking about McCorkle Jones. I can hear you, but you're still frozen.
I knew Mac.
Yeah, but you still gonna respect. You still gonna respect him.
I respect him to a degree. I love for his Jaguars.
Unless that degree is 100, you better respect him.
Like 20.
Ain't no nah, man. Let's go.
2025.
Nah, bro.
2025. It is.
Nah. You still there? Bro, you got to get off this T-Mobile Wi-Fi. Folks, if you're still tuning in, he is on my co-host is currently on TV.
I explained to you what was going on before this happened.
Yeah, I
got an old computer. I'm getting upgraded.
Again, we're talking about the draft lottery and how a lot of people think it's rigged. So I'm gonna continue to believe in the lie.
Now you're frozen.
Now you're back.
There he is.
Yeah, you're back.
You were gone, but whatever.
Whatever.
Listen, it ain't no T-Mobile Wi-Fi. What's going on is I got an old computer. I'm getting upgraded in a couple of weeks. So be patient with us. We're gonna be all right.
All right. So, but back to this. Look, it is what it is. The Mavericks are going to get the number 1 overall pick. They're going to get Cooper Flag. We already understand that. The Spurs get the number 2 overall pick. They're probably going to get either Ace Harper or they're going to get Dylan. Scratch that. What is it? Ace Harper or Dylan Harper? It's one of them 2 boys from Rutgers.
I don't know.
But they're gonna get one. They're gonna get one of them boys. And then I think it's Sixers 3 and Charlotte 4. So either way, look.
All I know, I hate it. They got my man Walter Clayton way too low.
I'm not a fan of the Jazz or the Wizards, but I do feel for them because they got either they're tanking or they're just really bad. Either way, it just sucks if you're one of them teams that just can't seem to fix their problems.
Yeah. I hear you. Well, let's get into some NFL schedule reactions so far. So we're doing this before the schedules actually come out. We're going based on the leak. So reactions so far, I've got it pulled up right next to me, everything that has come out. Make sure I get the right thing to share. There we go. Look at that. All right. So based on what we have so far, we have the full international schedule. We have a couple openers. We know the Eagles and Cowboys are going to be playing Thursday night, September 4th.
Not surprising.
Thank you, CBS. No, I don't know. I don't care. I'm only watching because it's an opening game. I don't care about these teams. You got Chiefs Chargers in Brazil. I think it's the first game in Brazil, which will be fun. And then you got the Seahawks 49ers sitting there on September 7th. So you got the Niners week 1, which will be interesting. We've also got all the international. You said what?
Which I'm fine with.
Yeah. You got Vikings Steelers in Dublin week 4, followed by come on, brain, start working. Yeah, you got Vikings Steelers Dublin, followed by Vikings Browns in London, which, if you ask Mike Florio, means the Vikings are moving to London because he still thinks the Jags are moving to London, probably, even though we have signed a 30-year lease with this new stadium. God, I can't stand Florio. Vikings Browns in London the next week, followed by Broncos Jets in London, Rams Jaguars in London. We're only down to one London game. We're not London's team anymore.
Y'all still got a game. Y'all still got a game in London.
Yeah, no, I said we only down to one. We used to 2. Falcons, Colts in Berlin, Eagles, Packers on a Monday night game, which will be fun. Commanders, Dolphins in Madrid. There it is, week 13, the Thanksgiving games. You got the Lions, the Cowboys, and the Buccaneers, Rams.
Wait. Hold on. Dallas is playing the Lions on Thanksgiving?
Nope, different days. So
okay, I'm about to say.
Lions are starting at 1 p.m. Cowboys are 4:30. Buccaneers, Rams at Sunday night or Thursday.
Let me think. If I had to do the prediction on that one, because the Lions, they played the Bears last year on Thanksgiving, so I would think they would play the Packers.
Yeah, maybe I could see
I would
Lions
think they
Packers.
will play. I think they will play the Packers, but
I could
we'll
see
see.
Lions Packers.
As far as Dallas, they're gonna get somebody weak.
Dallas is playing themselves. You can't do that.
I know.
Always catch a Dallas stray.
So let's see. They played the Giants last year. They're not gonna play. They're not gonna play. Why? Even though it would really be
That'd
good.
be good. That'd
It'd be good for. It'd be good for. I'm gonna go prediction. I'm gonna say they should play Washington for Thanksgiving.
I'm with you. I would love to see Cowboys Commanders on Thursday.
Yep.
You got Bears Eagles Friday, or that same week. Keep going down. Keep going down. We get until we get something announced. December 20th, Packers Bears and Eagles Commanders. Christmas Day. The only one confirmed is Thursday night, which is Broncos Chiefs.
Yep, that should be a good game.
Yeah, that's what we got so far. So that's what we have for the schedule so far. I mean, it to me, you know, I don't know, man. I'm curious to see how this all plays out. I just really want to see where my Jags sit because you got this coming up already, which is great. And then my favorite thing is for the Jaguars press conference, they just released this as their schedule release hype up. So we already know where this is going.
Yep.
We've got the bottle of Saratoga, the lemon water, the bananas, and a Jaguars hat.
Okay, so tell me again. What does this mean?
You haven't seen. Okay, this is old news at this point. Some former Alcorn State running back does these, morning routines or whatever, and they're ridiculous. Just Google.
Hold up. I know you. Yeah, I know you're talking about. I know you're talking about.
There you go.
I know because like I follow a lot of his exercise like his workout routines.
So dumb.
Not really. Shoot, it works.
Dumb.
It looked like it works.
Mm-hmm.
Look, one might say it's dumb, the other it might work for. So like, shoot, he getting the viewership and all the other good stuff in life. So heck, I'm just trying to be able to get lose that type of weight to be able to get there.
What did Kendrick say? Tell the people where you got your abs from.
Yeah. But anyway, look, I'm excited. I'm always excited about schedule release day, bro. Yeah. It's always entertaining. It's always gonna be fun. But the NFL is always gonna be about business first. But I'm looking at this game with Dallas and Philly. Part of this is petty, but the other part is kind of confusing because I don't know. This, actually not much confusing. You kind of understand it, but this is petty.
I was about to say, what do you mean part?
Because Philly's getting their banner and they're getting their rings. Dallas got to watch them. They got to play Dallas, division rival. It's going to be early on the season. Not to mention Dallas just got George Pickens. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. And Philadelphia is going in with so much momentum. It's going to be a good day. But man, this feels petty.
Dallas having to watch that banner go up is going to be funny.
Yeah.
Having to watch that banner go up is going to be hilarious.
Yeah, but I am excited for that. I'm excited for I think somebody came out with a schedule where my Seahawks are playing the Vikings. That should be a good one. But anyway, week 10, you got the Eagles versus the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
This game's gonna be in America, but it's gonna be it's gonna be mid-November.
Mm-hmm.
Cold. Got it. Then you got Eagles, Bears. Now the question is will Chicago live up to the hype? Will Caleb Williams finally emerge as being one of those type of guys? And I think he has the opportunity and the ability to be able to do that, but we got to see it.
I don't see it yet. It's to me, and don't get me wrong, having a coordinator or having a coach like Ben Johnson is going to be great. And part of this to me is kind of petty because I don't know what Bears fans' beef has been with the Jags this offseason, but it's been weird. Buccaneers, I understand. But the Bears' beef with us has been odd. So I'm rooting against them. I didn't Caleb Williams would have to take a massive step forward for me to confidently remove the potential bust tag from him. Because he didn't look good last
But
year.
here's the thing: you can't call nobody a bust after 1 year.
No. After 1 year, trust me, I'm not calling him a bust yet. That's why I said potential. I think the tools are there, the ability is there, the talent is there. That's not the issue. That's never been the issue with most of these guys. The talent and the ability is always there. That's why they're in the league. The question is, can you put all the pieces together?
That's true.
And I had it's been 1 year, so I'm not passing judgment yet.
But the Chicago had a really good offseason, especially the draft.
They had a solid offseason. I wouldn't say it's really good yet. They had a good offseason.
Grady Jarrett, Joe Tooney,
old,
still productive. They ain't got to do too much.
They're bridge players at this point. There's nothing wrong with that. But
here's the thing: Grady got a lot left in the tank after spending the majority of his career in Atlanta.
Maybe we'll see. But to me, I am so, and this is gonna be an unpopular opinion. I am so tired of people. And when I say old, let me clarify. They are old in professional athlete terms. 30 is not old. 30 is not old.
But think about this. Go ahead.
So to me, I am so tired of people acting like this 2-year away from retirement player was the missing piece. Like they are in there to play a role and be a bridge player for somebody else. Chicago wasn't just missing Tooney and Grady Jarrett. And they're going to help, sure. But I don't think they fully flip that record with that.
Look, I get it. They're in a tough division with the Packers, the Lions,
it doesn't help
and the Vikings. But dog, everything's gonna bode well to how well Caleb Williams plays. If they're able to develop a run game, you were able to get Ben Johnson for a reason. Ben Johnson chose Chicago for a reason, and Caleb Williams and the weapons were that reason. You got Roma Dunze, you just drafted Luther Burden. I think Keenan Allen is still there.
I don't think he is.
Okay, then
I'm gonna check. Go ahead.
not there. You still got DJ Moore. You got a bunch of guys that you can see being number one type receivers. So there's that. Then you got 2 stud tight ends and Cole Kmet and
Keenan's gone.
Okay, so like no Keenan. But like you got Cole Kmet and you got Colston Loveland. So tie that into the creativity of a Ben Johnson and how he wants to utilize both those tight ends, because if you look at what he did with Detroit, he had what's that tight end's name from Detroit?
Laporta.
Yeah, with Sam Laporta and the other guys, they're going to be used a lot, not just within the passing game, but also in the run game as well, because Chicago has got to find a way to be able to get the run game. But if you look at the acquisitions outside of Ben Johnson, you got Tooney, you got Jonah Jackson, you signed a center in Drew Dalman. I get the names aren't that big outside of Joe Tooney, but you still had to fix the offensive line on the defensive side, which defense was not bad at all last year. It was actually the best thing about them. But you add a Grady Jarrett, you add a Chris Williams, you add a Jonathan Ford, you add guys of that magnitude, you add guys like that, and not to mention you able to draft pieces on the defensive side of the ball. You're only going to get better, because I don't think you could get worse than what was going on last year.
The only young name you said on that list, based on what I was able to find, is Jonathan Ford. Everybody else, unless I missed one, is 30 or older. And again, 30 is not old, but in professional athlete standards, especially the physical position like a wide receiver or a defensive line or an offensive line, running back, anything like that, where there's a lot of physical contact outside of quarterback and kicker, the skill level historically starts to decline at the age of 30.
I get what you're saying on that one, but the reason why I strongly disagree when it comes to the age part, they don't have to do too much. They're gonna.
Joe Tooney will be a starting offensive lineman. He'll have to do something.
Yes, he'll have to do something. He ain't got to go. He shouldn't have to go back out and tackle and have to go against a defensive front like the Eagles had.
We'll see.
Hopefully not. But dog, what I'm getting at is,
I think these guys are brought here to start. That's where I disagree with you.
They're gonna start, but bro, they also are gonna be veteran leaders, which when you got a young team like Chicago, you need that type of balance.
I don't disagree. What I'm saying is, there. The issue the issue with building through the free agency versus building through the draft, and James Gladstone said it best, which I yes, there's a homer coming out of me in there, but Gladstone made a good point where free agency is meant to raise your overall floor, whereas draft is meant to raise your ceiling. Which is a good point. You build through the draft and you maintain through free agency.
Well,
the problem with the Bears were just a couple missing pieces away from winning the division. And that's where I don't think Caleb Williams will have a better year. But here's my bold prediction before the season starts. Chicago still does not have a 4,000-yard passer. Y'all got a Pope before you got a 4,000-yard passer. I'm willing to bet that even it is, 106 years at this point? I don't think they get 100 or a 4,000-yard passer.
Still. Well, we'll see, because like we got to see how the schedule is going to go. We got to see just like if he's progressed and gotten better. We will see.
We'll see. No, exactly. We'll see what happens. I'm not, jury's not out on Caleb Williams yet. I just don't fully. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
I just don't fully have faith in the man yet, but we'll see.
I know.
But let's get into Derek Carr. Let's get into George Pickens. Derek Carr retiring shocks nobody.
None.
Nobody at all. His weird little petty tirade you showed me before the show that he went on, that
dude was in church giving a testimony, criticizing a lot of people, criticizing him. And I'm like, bruh.
What happened to turn the other cheek?
You think you're slick, but you're not.
No. We all knew what he was doing. It looks bad. It looks really bad. That's
yeah,
crazy.
But he's retired. He's retired now, so there's not much you can do. Now the bigger question is, if you're New Orleans, what do you do?
Do you think they start Shaw, or do you think they start Rattler?
I don't know. We're going to have to see on that one. I mean, we got to see how the reports are going to do, but like expectations should be low for New Orleans.
I think they'll Rattler
except when they go against Atlanta. Except like expectations should be low for the Saints, unless they're going against Atlanta. Then they're going to be expecting to beat, and they don't care who's at quarterback as long as they beat Atlanta. That's pretty much how it goes.
Saints got a top 10 pick this year. I'm calling it.
Well, they should have a top 5.
Top 10 to be safe. Top 5 if we're going bold. I don't see the Saints winning.
Safe for what, bro? Like, I'm with you. I don't see them winning a lot. I don't see them winning a lot
7 games
this year neither.
Saints won't win more than 7
games. At least. I get that, but like I still see them like beating Atlanta once, knowing how competitive they like those games get.
Because Atlanta,
like, you can't predict those games.
No, Atlanta.
Well, not that. Dog, here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like what Atlanta did this offseason.
I like the Falcons too.
Yeah, but and like going into second year with Michael Penix, if barring health and everything, Atlanta should have a really good year this year. But I'm speaking for the Saints. They like everything else, they're probably going to get their butts kicked, except for that game, because for some apparent reason, no matter who's playing, if they wear that uniform, they're going to give everything they got to go against Atlanta, because that's how much that rivalry means to a lot of them and both fan bases.
I will stand by it when I say this. How do I want to put this? Penix will be the best quarterback out of that class.
You only got about a few minutes left.
Penix will be the best quarterback out of that class, without question.
Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix,
Michael Penix
Jr. Who was the 5th one?
No idea. No idea. I think Penix has the potential to be the best quarterback out of that class. Penix can absolutely be the best quarterback out of that class. And I think his biggest competition will be Jaden Daniels. And Bo Nix had a solid year last year. I'll give credit where credit's due. Bo had a solid year. Caleb did all right.
Look, I'm not a big Caleb Williams fan either, but I'm not gonna discount him just yet. I'm gonna give him a little bit more. I'm gonna give him a little bit more time. Now, how much does George Pickens really impact the Cowboys? Because we mentioned him earlier. Obviously, he got acquired in a trade with the with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I have no idea what Pittsburgh is doing. Like at this point, like I'm kind of done trying with the Pittsburgh Steelers as far as trying to figure out what the heck they're doing. Because we talk about the Saints not having a quarterback and a tight end.
No idea, man.
And it's supposed to be a decent run game.
Mm-hmm. To me, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I think the biggest issue with Pickens going to Dallas is going to be, can Dak hit him? Can they close out games? I mean, is he?
It shouldn't be hard. Dude's what, like 6'3", 6'4", like 6'4"?
He catches everything thrown his way. But I'm curious. I am so
how good is Dallas on defense going to be?
I'm curious to see how Dallas is going to screw this up. Dallas is going to Dallas. This might be one of the first good decisions Jerry Jones has made all offseason.
I'm curious to see like how much of like he's going to stay focused while being in Dallas.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious to see how this all plays out. I'm withholding judgment until, let's say, week 5. Let's see what kind of happens there. That's kind of where I'm at with it. But that'll work for me. I mean, we got a couple more things we got to get into before we get out of here. I mean, one thing we got to talk about is Trey Hendrickson. So per Ari Mirov, Trey Hendrickson today has told reporters that if I sat here with 4 sacks, they'd want a pay cut and some money back. Say what? What'd you say?
Oh, shoot. I'm having trouble with my Wi-Fi now.
We're having all kinds of problems right now. We're going to make it work. But to me, Trey Hendrickson is basically talking about how, per Ari Mirov and a lot of other reporters, I'm sure Diana Rossini's talked about it, and a few other people have talked about it, there has been almost no communication or little to no communication between Trey Hendrickson and the Bengals over a new contract at this point, which is crazy to me because he's one of the only working features on their defense. He's the only thing they have.
Literally, he was it.
That's it. I have it.
How much is he getting paid?
$24 million a year APY, I think. Average per year, $24 million. And you had this pulled up right now. Where'd that go? You had something pulled up for the highest paid.
Yeah, I got to get it back.
We'll find it. But I can tell you right now who the top over the last 5 years. Would you like to know who the top 5 people in sacks are? So over the last 5 years, TJ Watt is number 1 with 73.5 sacks. Myles Garrett's number 2 with 72. Trey Hendrickson, number 3, 70.5 sacks. Nick Bosa is number 4 at 53.5. Micah Parsons is number 5 at 52.5. So you're telling me you have, over the last 5 years, one of the most dominant defensive ends in the game.
Consistent.
And you can't re-sign him?
Yep.
Why is my question. Let's pull that up too, because what you got right here is great. So you've got, let me take this down real quick while we pull this up. So you've got the highest paid pass rushers in the NFL on a per year basis. Myles Garrett is obviously 40 because that just happened. Max Crosby, 35.5. Nick Bosa at 34. JHA at 28.25. Brian Burns at 28.2. And this is APY. So average per year. This is including signing bonus, guaranteed money, total contract value over the span of the contract. I'm not getting into the details of that. We've done it on a different show before. We had a viewer and then we just lost it because I started talking about contracts. I hear you.
Yep.
So, but to me, so first of all, TJ Watt's not on that list, which is criminal. But now there's Trey Hendrickson. So what are the top 5 paid edge rushers? You have 2 of them are not even top 5 in sacks over the last 5 years. Now I don't think Josh Hines-Allen has fully been in the league for 5 years. I think this is his 5th season, if I'm correct. I'd have to double check on that. I don't actually know off the top of my head. But to me, he's played 74 games. That sounds about right. Yeah, I think it's about right. He might have been, he's definitely been here for the last 5 years. That's my bad. But like you've got guys who are up there who just haven't like what is going on, man? He's the third. He gets the quarterback more than almost everybody else in the league, top 3 over the last 5 years, and you can't bring him back.
Yeah.
What are we doing? I don't know, man. For the Bengals' sake, I hope they figure it out. I'm sure
see.
Ravens, Steelers, and Browns fans hope they don't.
Let me see something.
What's up? What you trying to pull up?
They're off-season acquisitions.
Oh, the Browns or Bengals? Sorry, my fault. I didn't mean to insult Bengals like that. The Bengals off-season acquisitions. They did. What did they bring in? I know they brought in Shamar Stewart. They drafted him. I think they drafted another edge rusher. Maybe it has to double check. They didn't go as heavy on defense as I felt like they should have. I think the Bengals' plan this season is to just outscore everybody 55 to 53. Like I can't think of another plan.
That's not going to win you a championship, and that's not going to win.
No,
that's not going to win you a championship, and that's not going to win you the division. Now, obviously, they did right by re-signing Jamar Chase. That had to get done
for sure. And T,
they did and was able to bring T back, which actually shocked me. But they were able to get Oren Burke, linebacker, to be able to help out. Like Lucas Patrick, he's got signed to a 1-year deal. We'll see if that works out. I think they signed Marco Wilson, brought back Samaje P. Ryan because the run game got to get fixed as well.
Run game got to get fixed. There's a lot that's got to get fixed with that team. They're not the only reason they were in it last year is because of Joe Burrow.
Literally.
Only reason. So if you don't get that man some help, it's going to be a long season.
It's going to be a real long season, but we'll see.
It's going to be a long season. Anyways, you got anything else to get into, man, before we get out of here? We're running right about that time.
Shoot, you're right, but I'm trying to think.
Travis Hunter went viral for being nice to people.
So did Shador. Oh yeah, Shador.
That was Shiloh.
Oh, Shiloh did his thing. Yeah, Shiloh did his thing, but like Shador
is apparently outperforming Dylan Gabriel already, which we all kind of knew.
Yeah.
To me, I don't know, man. I really don't know.
I do because my thing is like
I know, but I
would love to know who lied on his name as far as like him having bad interviews. I would like to know that. Number one. Number two is, dog, when you see in the videos that he's doing on social media with the Browns, you're not surprised. Now, albeit it is rookie minicamp. There's still time. There hasn't been. You haven't put on pads on. You haven't put pads on yet. You haven't gone through OTAs yet. You haven't gone through training camp yet. That's to come. So I'm a little bit more patient and lenient with that. But like I do get excited to see him utilize the opportunities in which he's having right now.
I will say too. Speaking before we get too far out of the way, it is now official. The Braves are now sitting at 500.
Yes, thank God.
Thank God. We might need to switch the hat for
you were right. It was still early. We were still early, and we was able But then again, I have faith in my Braves too.
Let's get that hat switch right there. We good. Let's go Braves.
We can't see the hat switch simply because you're frozen again.
Oh, you got to be kidding me! Look. We're gonna get it right. Are we back? Are we good? Are we not frozen?
No, still frozen.
I switched my hat to the Braves. So we're good. Anyways, all right, man. To me, I don't. We're gonna get this Wi-Fi fixed. Yep. I promise. We're gonna get it fixed. Like I said, I got a new computer coming in a few weeks, so we're gonna be good on that end. Might be a little choppy until then. We're gonna be all right. Yep. But yeah, I mean, Shador is doing exactly what we thought he was gonna do. He's doing fine. It's to me. I'm curious to see what happened, but he's performing like the number 2 quarterback in the class, which is what we all thought he was going to be.
Which is true.
Yeah, we all thought he was going to be the number 2 quarterback in the class. He's performing like it. Shador is going to be fine. I wouldn't be shocked if Shador is starting by the end of the season.
No, what's amazing to me is a lot of these analysts that are talking primarily to Chase Daniels. I get it. He's a backup quarterback. I forgot where. I think from Missouri. I think that's
he played for Missouri. He went to Mizzou, and then he was a career backup for a bunch of different teams.
Long-time career backup, and give him his credit. He does have knowledge of the game. But when I listen to him talk, when it comes to Shador, it's like Oh, there's been a big misconception as far as understanding the difference between confidence and cocky.
Mm-hmm.
And Shador or Shiloh, like the whole Sanders family, I get a lot of people don't like them. They rub them the wrong way because they're not insecure of who they are. Like people think they're not humble. No, I think they're very much humble because they obviously know who they're giving the majority of the credit to, and that's the man above. Just to get that one religious thought out there. But the other thing factor is into it because they do back it up. Like I get it. Shiloh didn't have the best, like didn't have the greatest rookie or greatest season last year among
Mm-hmm.
quarterbacks, but at the same time, like you should know what he can do based off the things in the tape that you have seen.
Right.
And he has an arm enough to be able to get that and like get stuff done. And I'm excited. Like he's gonna be the sole reason why he's going to be the sole reason
Careful.
why a lot of people are going to be following the Denver the Cleveland Browns.
I don't know about that. I
I do,
I
especially
don't know
now
how.
that especially now that that the Cavs are done. Yeah, it's well, yeah, especially the Cavs are done. Right now it's all talk with the Browns. Hello, hello.
God, we're back. Maybe.
Barely. You got to get that stuff fixed, bro. But anyway,
Oh, this is
close us out before
ridiculous.
something else.
For those who are hanging out through technical difficulties, I appreciate it. For those who are not hanging out through technical difficulties, I understand.
Yep.
We're gonna get it right. I got an old laptop that is on its last leg, and we're gonna get through this.
Hope and pray for new technology for my co-host.
Give me 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks. Is it 2
All
weeks?
right,
Hang on,
well,
let me check.
we're gonna hold you on 2 weeks.
Give me 2 weeks. Yeah, give me 2 weeks, and I'll have a new laptop in. So if the next two episodes might be a little shaky, but we're gonna get there. So
but close us out.
let's close this out. But yes, we have the Braves hat on, by the way. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for sticking with us through technical. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for sticking with us through the technical difficulties. We really do appreciate it. If you like the show, technical difficulties or not, you know what to do. Rate 5 stars on whatever podcast platform you listen to. You can also follow us on the socials at TDSN Pod on Facebook, at TDSN Pod on Twitter, at TDSN Pod on TikTok, with a little underscore in there. You'll find us. Same logo as everything. Same logo as the background. Same logo as the. You'll know when you see it.
Yep.
If you didn't like the show, no reason to leave a negative review. No reason to leave a bad comment. I want you to treat it like a blind date. And it didn't go well. It went okay, but you don't want to do it again. We appreciate it. It's not you, it's us. We'll let you go on your own way. We'll pick up the tab for the 15 minutes of content we gave you, but there's no reason to be negative about it towards the end. You go your way, we'll go ours, and we appreciate your time.
Yep.
So, also, if you retweet the show, share the show, all that fun stuff, rate 5 stars and let us know in case we miss it. What you can do is you'll get a shout out at the end of the show. You'll also get a shout out at the end of the show if you're a show that we'd like and think you'll like as well if you like us. I'm getting so much better at this. It only took us 113 episodes for me to get good at this.
Hey,
it's still not good, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
It takes time.
As usual, shout out to the end of the show. Go check out Jim. We're a fan of the van. Him and I do a show called Steel Until. We're getting back to it at some point. I've been insanely busy, hence the inconsistent recording schedules with me and Jalen show. One you listen to right now. Go check out Brent over 1420 Sports, Aaron over Brutally Honest Sports, Darren over Chill Takes. He's back and is streaming on Twitch. Go check him out. Go check out Average Sports. Him and Jim do a show, or him and E-Man do a show. Blah, blah, blah. Good Lord. I was talking myself up, and look what happened. Jim and E-Man do a show called Cigar and Sports. That's what I get. Oh, we lost people watching. So E-Man and Jim do a show called Cigar and Sports. Go check it out. If you're a wrestling fan, casual or serious, go check out John the Wrestling Fan Insight. Always a good time. Always. I'm telling you, go check out Sports After Dark.
Especially tonight since they're doing the schedule. Release.
Doing schedule release tonight. I might hop in there. I'm gonna try. If I can't make it, it's gonna be fine. You know I'm gonna be there for State of the Division. Everybody else should be as well. We will always be the State of the Division. They're coming back to Twitter Spaces for State of the Division, which means now with my Android, I don't have to ruin everybody's night on playback.
You're still gonna ruin it because of that echo, but that's a different story.
We'll be all right. We'll be all right. We'll be fine.
Right.
It's better on Twitter than it is on playback, but whatever.
Man.
Yeah, man, we'll figure it out. If you're looking to gamble, please gamble responsibly. Don't bet the rent. Don't bet the mortgage. And go listen to Nate's Daily Wager. Thank you. And as always, we'll see you next time.
Peace.